Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about how you can create amazing travel and hiking videos. This is something that's near and dear to my heart because I love hiking outside. I like traveling to new places, seeing beautiful natural landscapes, and also filming them and getting to record and share my own experience. I find it really meaningful to record these experiences and then be able to go back to them later and say, like, oh, cool, I did that. That's really neat. And it's also great that I can share these experiences with my audience. And it's always gratifying to see people, watching it and commenting and saying, like, hey, that was really nice and relaxing and also interesting. And it gives people a little bit of a chance to escape into nature, even if they're at their desk or their computer or their phone. So today I'll be talking a little bit about the best practices for filming these videos, what I've had success with, and a little bit about editing and posting on your channel in a way that people will be able to find your videos. Um, let's get started. Thanks for joining me. Um, Feel free to say hi in the chat, or if you're watching this after, put a comment below. Let me know where you've traveled to. Uh, Maybe you've only traveled very close to your own backyard or just in your own backyard. You can do a nice outdoor video in a lot of different places, even if it's in the city or near your house. You don't have to travel far for this. So I film all of my outdoor videos just with my smartphone. I have a Google Pixel 7 and that's worked pretty well for me. I'm not professional to the point where I carry around a camera with me, aside from my smartphone. And I find that for YouTube and for what I'm doing, the convenience, the low cost, I'm gonna pay for my phone anyway, right? It works really well. I would say having something to capture the moment is more important than having sophisticated camera equipment. I believe that you can create good videos using just your smartphone. The one thing to keep in mind is whether you're filming horizontally or vertically. Uh, if you're doing long form videos on YouTube, like this video, it's got a horizontal format. If you film horizontally, that's often really good for landscapes, for watching you walk around in a landscape, and getting that nice panoramic effect as you pan across a scene. That can be really good. You can also take these long form horizontal videos and cut shorts out of them. And what that means is not only do you shrink the video, you cut kind of the middle part of it out to make a vertical video. This is something you can do in an editing software. And you also cut shorter clips out of your longer video. So if you have a 5 or 10 or 15-minute total video, that's great. And you can also cut clips out of that to post on the same platform or to post on other social media platforms, just get more people involved in your work. I've found there's usually a different audience. Some people like to watch shorts. They just kind of scroll through a bunch of shorts, get to see a lot of people's creations quickly. And then there's other people who like to watch the longer form stuff on YouTube. So by doing both, by filming horizontally, bit longer format, you can kind of go into more detail or bring someone along for the walk. And then you can also cut out some of the highlights and post those as well. This means that you're reusing the same content. And the reason I'm harping on the horizontal versus vertical is it's relatively straightforward to take a horizontal format video and make it into a vertical format video. It's not easy to go the other way around. If you have a vertical format video, you're gonna end up like doing this if you try and make it into a horizontal. So if you're not sure which way to go, I'd recommend filming horizontally if you're out in the wild. Then you can use your video the maximum number of ways. I guess on the other hand, if you are doing just shorts, you know that you're going to do a short, a reel, something like that, go ahead and do it vertically. I've also done that as well on some of my trips. If I'm outdoors, one thing to keep in mind filming outside is the background noise is going to be on your video. And some of that is just ambience. People like to hear what the forest sounds like or what the birds sound like. That's nice and that's fine. Just keep in mind if other people are talking near you or something, that's going to be on your video. So some of these videos require just kind of waiting for an empty space in the crowd, not too many people talking near you. Maybe let the hikers pass you on the trail and then do your video. In terms of sound, a lot of my videos have just been with the microphone on my smartphone, and I am the first to admit that that is not ideal. Okay, it'll sound a little bit tinny, it'll sound a little bit like a phone call. It's not high quality sound, but the fact that I'm able to pull out my phone and out there and filming, capturing the moment, that's more important than the sound quality generally. There are some nice small microphones. This is the one that I have. This just kind of clips on and connects to my phone with this thing that plugs in. It also comes with a, there we go, nice little fuzzy thing. You can stick that on the microphone, and this protects against the wind. Often, if it's very windy, the microphone will pick that up as a buzzing noise, which you don't really want. If you're outdoors and it's real windy and you want to film a video, you could look for a windbreak. This could be a big tree trunk or the side of a building or a big rock or something. If you kind of stand in the shadow of this windbreak, you may find that your sound quality gets a whole lot better. The other thing that I do, considering the sound of these videos, is often I will take some time to pan across landscapes or show what's out there, look at little details. It's always nice, I think, to have a contrast between here's the whole view and then look at this cute little flower which is right here, or I saw a lizard, that's really neat. Get a variety of shots, but I'm not necessarily talking about those things while I'm filming them. I may wait till I get to a good spot on the trail that has nice lighting and not too much wind and a nice background to talk about some of these things. And then I end up rearranging some of the clips afterwards. For a lot of my let's take a walk style videos, often I end up recording the introduction and the ending, sometimes not exactly at the beginning and the end of the hike. I know that I want these parts in every video. I want an introduction that talks about where we are, where we're going, what you're going to see today, get excited for getting to see this gorgeous scenery, and then at the end of the video, I want something that says, thank you for coming on this walk with me. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe for more great content. And this is really important to include those call to actions in your video because you want people to like your content. You want them to subscribe to your content. Like that's the whole point, right? You want them to watch more of your content. Part of what you do should be giving people some curiosity about what else has this person created. So if you're out on a walk and you want to create a video, one thing you can think about is, can you add a little bit of drama into it? And now this doesn't need to be like a huge interpersonal drama. This is not a sitcom or something like that, but you can build some anticipation. You can talk about, your emotions. Are you excited about seeing something on this walk? Is there something that you've heard is really nice in this area that you're looking forward to seeing? Is there something interesting you're looking for? Uh, and then when you hopefully see what you're looking for, whether you do or not, you can describe how you feel a little bit about that as well. And at the end of the hike, you can share that you had a really nice time, or you're tired but it was worth it, or adding in these kind of emotions and feelings. That's a little bit of character development, and building the anticipation first. That's a bit of a narrative arc. All stories need a narrative arc and some character development, and so you can build that into uh, your travel video as well. Uh, I really like thinking about the story of the walk while I'm on the walk, actually, because it makes me feel more interested in what I'm doing too. It can be fun to feel like, oh, I'm the main character of my story as I go along this hike, and what am I excited about? And oh, that's really cool. I learned something. And you feel like you're part of a community too. You're bringing someone else along and sharing your experience, and maybe they're interested. So that can be really gratifying as well. That's one of the things that I do like about filming the hikes that I take. So while I'm filming the hike, or while I'm going on the hike, I usually spend some time to pan across some of the scenery and any details that I might see, like flowers or interesting rocks or mushrooms, and also do a little bit of talking about what I learned on the hike and how I felt, stuff like that. And then after I get home, then I have to edit the video, which can sometimes take a long time. But basically, I rearrange some of the clips slightly. I like to start with talking about a little introduction about this is where I'm going on the hike, this is where I am. I'm in Yosemite National Park in California, for example. I'm hiking to Nevada Falls, and it's going to be gorgeous, just so that the viewer knows what to expect in this video. And then I go ahead and I put some sort of scenic clips to give a sense of where I'm going, and I intersperse those with, the view of me from the side, like walking down the trail. I do that kind of with the selfie mode on my phone. I'm like walking and I'm, smiling and looking around, and it's a bit of a posed shot, but I think it gives a sense of this is what the trail looks like. And then at intervals, in the video, I'll have more clips of me talking about anything interesting that comes up. And I try to kind of contrast the different clips. If you have a close-up and then a big view and then a walking clip. And then at the end of the video, I like to finish with a conclusion, like this was a really nice hike. Thank you for coming along with me. Um, you know, and I have to really remember to say, hey, please subscribe for more great content. This is really important. And then I usually fade the video out with a nice relaxing scene for a few seconds at the end to just calm it down. And that also gives the viewer the opportunity to click through to maybe the next video on my channel or the next video they want to watch on YouTube. I use CapCut for the most part to edit my videos. This is an editing software. CapCut recently removed free transcription, which I'm annoyed about, so I'm exploring other video editors, but there is nothing like CapCut for putting together your video clips and being able to cut the clips kind of precisely. One thing that I notice when I'm filming outdoors is often the beginning and the end of the clip, especially if I'm just kind of holding the phone, there's a little jolt when I start filming and then another jolt when I end filming. So a lot of my clips, actually most of my clips, I end up cutting off the beginning and the end of the clip. I found that 4 seconds is a pretty good length of time to be filming something like a flower or something that's, fairly simple and you just want them to see for a few seconds. But I want my video clip to be at least 6 seconds. Why? Because I'm going to cut out the middle 3 to 4 seconds of that clip. And it sounds very short, but it'll add up. Basically you're just showing, it's almost like a slideshow, different things that you see, but they're moving, and it's only for a few seconds at a time. I've also been recently putting in a soundtrack in my videos, especially the travel videos. I think people like listening to a background sound while they're watching the scenery, and I fade it out while I'm talking, so there's no music going while I'm talking, but then between the sections when I'm talking, I fade it back in, so you listen to the music, and then it fades back out again, and then it fades back in again. And there are sites online that share music clips that are free to use, and you can use them for YouTube videos. There's also services for this. I don't generally use a tripod. I know some people, if they're filming, they bring a tripod and they do stuff like they'll set up the phone with the tripod and then kind of walk along the trail, and then, or I guess they'll walk away and then they'll walk towards the phone on the tripod, so you get that nice hiking view. For me, sometimes my partner is able to take those kind of shots of me where I'm walking up or down a hillside. Those can be really good. Sometimes I speed those up, actually. If I'm walking along a trail, that takes quite a while. Like maybe it takes a minute or something, which is pretty long in terms of video time. So maybe I speed that up by 3 times and cut out the middle of it, so you get like a nice 5 to 10 seconds of me walking. Not even that long. I find that a tripod is just too heavy for me to carry when I'm walking around. If I wanted to carry something heavy and expensive, what I would carry would be a nice lens so I could get those close-ups of birds. I really like bird watching, actually, and the smartphone is terrible for taking pictures of birds. So that is the first upgrade I would make, not a tripod. Sometimes I find that you can put a phone, on a log or on a rock or in your sneaker or something like that if you need to hold it if you're out and about and you don't have a tripod. There are other alternatives. We've talked a lot about the nuts and bolts of filming a travel video, some of the, including the feelings, etc., etc. If you're joining us live, let me know in the chat where you're calling in from, and do you travel anywhere? Do you travel in your own backyard? And are you interested in making videos? I also want to share a little bit about how to upload your videos and share them with an audience. When you have these travel videos, presumably you want people to share in your adventure with you. So how do you do that? Well, it's not enough to make a really good video. That really helps if you're on top of the editing, the filming, you have a nice narrative arc, you have all of these things going on. That's amazing. But if you want to post it on a platform like YouTube, YouTube is a search engine. So the way people are going to find your video, they search for something like hiking in Yosemite National Park. So you need to put those keywords in the title of your video, in the description of your video, and in the file name for your video. I would even put it in the file name for the thumbnail image. These search keywords are pretty important. There's also tags. YouTube says, oh, the tags don't matter. But I would go ahead and put the things that are the search keywords for your video in the tags. it's really just a game to figure out, what people are searching for and whether they'll find your great content. So you may think like, no, I just want to make my art my way and I don't want to do search. People, if I make good art, people will find it. And that may be true, but it's unfortunate that on today's internet, which is all built around search and algorithms and recommendations, that you may need to describe your video in an accurate way, describe what you're doing, but also make sure that people might search for those kind of keywords. Like, here's an example. Let's say that hike in Yosemite National Park, for example. We can guess that a good search title might be something like hike in amazing Yosemite National Park in California, go on an exciting adventure or something. Like it can be enthusiastic, but it also has Yosemite National Park in California and hiking in there. On the other hand, if I was to take the same video and said something like amazing waterfall with lizard and flowers and I ate a sandwich, like that is also a completely accurate video description. It could be a very accurate title, but like no one is going to type in I ate a sandwich by the waterfall. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying here? If you put the name of the place that you're visiting, that's really important. You can put words like travel and hiking, things that people search, outdoor adventures. If you do camping or backpacking, you can put that in the title as well. You're just letting people know that your content matches what they're searching for. And YouTube can more easily get that content to the people who want to see it, which is the goal. All right. When you're sharing your videos with an audience, thumbnails are also really important. Now, what's a thumbnail? A thumbnail is the picture that shows up before you watch the video. So before you started watching this video, you saw a thumbnail, which is a photo of me with some words that are the title of the video next to it. And that maybe intrigued your attention and you clicked and you started watching this video. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're here. But I bet that thumbnail helped you decide to click on it. You can create your own thumbnails in, I like making them in Canva. There's a lot of templates out there. You can see if any of the templates are attractive to you. You can start with a screenshot from your video. So find a frame from your video where you're in it, you're smiling, you take the screenshot, okay, and then you upload that into Canva. You add your video title with some font in there. Maybe you add a cute little graphic. You download that image, you upload it into YouTube as the thumbnail. This is really going to help more people click on your video. If you don't have a thumbnail, YouTube shows just a frame from your video. This may not be that interesting, especially if it's shrunk down and YouTube just picks something random. So adding in that thumbnail is really going to help people find and be interested in your video and click on it. Thumbnails are also really important if you're uploading short videos, whether they're on YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or TikTok. That thumbnail is often the first thing that people see when they click into it after a search. And that's where you get your new people who haven't seen your videos yet. If someone's already subscribed to you, maybe they don't need an attractive thumbnail to click into the video, but maybe they do. When I get YouTube notifications on my phone, they actually show the thumbnail on there. So I can kind of see, oh, that looks interesting. That's, the thumbnail is really an important way of selling your video. So I find it really meaningful to make travel videos. I think it's great to kind of share my own unique perspective on a place that I'm visiting. I try to do it respectfully. I understand that I'm a visitor in these places. I don't try to speak for anyone who actually lives there, but I really enjoy the opportunity to be able to hike in some of our amazing national parks, mountains, beaches, rivers. There's so many amazing places out there. And so to be able to bring along my smartphone and sometimes this microphone and be able to just record that experience, I find that it enhances my hike as well, as I'm able to share it with you. And looking back, I'm able to have this catalog of all the places that I went, and oh yeah, that's what I was feeling at that time, and that was really interesting, and that was a really cute bird that I was able to kind of film with my grainy smartphone camera zoomed in. And you know, the quality does not need to be perfect. That's really important. It's better to film something imperfectly, but be enthusiastic about it. You know, even if you're not feeling happy on the hike, there's so many hikes I have not been feeling happy on, but it's okay. You know, you can turn that into part of the drama. If you're having a bad day, if you're like, oh man, I should have brought like two sandwiches. I only had one sandwich and I'm feeling hangry right now, but you know, we're next to the river. That can be, you know, you can share that too. People are interested in your real experience. So we've talked about a lot of what goes into making a travel video. Thanks for joining me. I've done a lot of travel videos of various places. I hope you'll check some of them out. For more great content, please like and subscribe. Uh, you can check out my travel videos, or I also have a lot of small business marketing tips. In addition to filming travel videos, I do strategy, web, tech, and design for small businesses. So if you're interested, please feel free to reach out. Thanks so much for joining me on this live stream. And if you're watching this afterwards, please let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear where you've traveled or what you're thinking of filming. Do you like hiking as well? Looking forward to hearing from you. Take care. See you next time.